The defense, some of that was maybe Burrow is despondent and who knows where his head is at, because after the game he talked about, he just didn't sound like he was really into it. He may be checked out right now. But still, a shutout in the NFL is a shutout in the NFL. And that defense played well. I thought Lamar, I thought he looked good. No, I thought he looked good. He only ran twice, but that was a positive sign.
He completed 8 passes, bro.
He only threw 12.
I know. That's right.
But the passing was good. He had 2 touchdowns. 2 of his 8 completions were touchdowns. And one of them, the interception, Zay Flowers just, hit him in the freaking chest. Yeah, just dropped the ball. And so I thought Lamar threw the ball well. He obviously broke out of his 5-game slump. He had a 111, 114 passer rating. So I thought the run game for the second straight week, last week Derrick Henry 94 yards, this week 100 yards on just 9 carries. The other, rest of the running game was strong too, Keaton Mitchell. So I look, again, I don't know where the Bengals' head's at, but I thought it was one of their better performances in a long time. And friend of the show, Kyle Van Noy, I like the unselfishness. To let his man take it to the house.
So I thought it was a great game, obviously, by the Ravens defense. And overall, this is the most complete game they've played this season that Lamar's started. The only game that comes close to this is the Bears game, but Lamar didn't play. But and again, Ravens fans can be mad at me. It's fine. I did not think this was like, oh, Lamar's back. They dropped back to pass 16 times. He was sacked 4 of them. He threw a pick. Like you said, the pick was bad luck, but that's the passing, whatever it is. They had 8 completions against what I believe to be a not impressive Bengals defense, KW. I know that.
But you say
theoretically 17 points.
Okay, sure. And so, to me, this game was about Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
I agree.
And it did not, to me, confirm the Ravens are back to being a scary team. The Ravens are back on track, because we had been all year taking almost for granted, if the defense gets right, they're going to have this potent, scary offense. And I just feel like we still haven't seen it. Absent the pick 6, Brew, they score 17 points on offense.
But you don't think Lamar played well?
No, I don't
think he was vintage Lamar, but I thought he played well.
No, listen, I don't think Lamar played poorly. Let me make that clear. And it certainly was the best game he's had since his first game back from injury.
Right.
But it wasn't a game where I'm like, oh, okay, that slump is over. And
yeah, this is what's so going to be fun to try to unpack this, because the Bills. Now, this is tough because it was a snow game, and the Bengals were really feeling like, hey, we can actually make the playoffs here. And they lost that game, and it was a snow game. It was just a different energy. Now, the Bengals, Joe Burrow was already kind of like checking out, depressed, et cetera, et cetera. And now the Ravens play, and they have this game, and the Eagles played the Raiders, and the Bears played the Browns, right? So we have like 3 teams that didn't really play great teams, and all won quite convincingly. And last week we have, again, a mutual acquaintance with the Bills of people respecting the quarterback, et cetera, and just the team in general. And yet they can all have wildly different conclusions. It's tough because we believe in Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense so much that we're like, hey, look what they did defensively. That's great. But then we can also recognize that, like, wasn't quite all there for them, but also recognize that the Ravens defense still came to play and showed up, and recognize, this Bengals defense is terrible. And yet the offense didn't quite do anything spectacular, but yet still also did what it needed to do. And it's interesting because I remember going into this game, I said we saw what Josh All and the Buffalo Bills were able to do to this defense. So Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, clears throat and cough, go get it. And I don't think they necessarily went and got it, but they did take that step in the right direction. And it's very similar with the Eagles when they beat the Raiders. It's not like, see, they're back. They're a true contender, but it is a gigantic step in the right direction, specifically because of the play calling and the execution. And yet the Ravens do have that little asterisk where it's just like, yeah, but like Lamar did have the interception, even if you want to say it's fluky, but still he was sacked a bunch of times, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas like, that's not what you could say about the Eagles win or and quite frankly, America, the Bears are coming from a different spot because they had been playing well for weeks in a way that the Eagles and the Ravens were not. So it is kind of tricky in that regard. To me, the way how I look at the Baltimore Ravens more than anything is just when we want to know, are they back? Clears throat. The only way the Ravens are back, whatever that even means in 2025, is how spectacular is Lamar Jackson. Do you feel that Lamar Jackson in any given moment can do anything he needs to do? That's why I'll keep kind of referencing Josh Hall and the Buffalo Bills. Like, the Buffalo Bills defense was awful. They got rolled by the New England Patriots, and the coaching was on full display of the mismatch of rail. Josh going up against McDermott, etc. It was on full display. One team was like, yeah, we have a plan. We're going to execute at the highest level. Let's go. And the Bills were like, oh my God, we're playing football today. I didn't know that. But Josh Allen can do anything that needs to be done in any given moment. And that is the ultimate equalizer. And that is the only reason why the Buffalo Bills have even remotely a chance at being back, meaning we can win a Super Bowl. And to me, it's the same thing with the Baltimore Ravens. The only reason, and although I think the Ravens have a better roster and more support, quite honestly, it still is all on the shoulders of Lamar Jackson. Ken Lamar, you're truly back, because what does back mean for the Baltimore Ravens? An elite team, a team that nobody wants to face. A team when, oh my gosh, we got to go against Lamar Jackson. We'll better be prepared, because that guy can do anything in any given moment. He can do anything in any given moment. My dad, when I watch games with my dad, he always screams when a quarterback looks like he's about to get sacked and they don't. He always scream, how do they can't get to him? He just but is one of his go-to things. He's like, oh my God, how can you not go down? This guy is, you can't bring him down. That's what he always says. And so it's like, if I'm watching a Ravens game with my dad, I have to just listen to that like all the time. It's like, oh my God, please. And like, until you feel that to your core, that Lamar Jackson in any given moment is just going to blow this game up, you're never truly going to feel that the Ravens are back. And so a game like this did not fully show you that. And so it's not to say that he played bad. It's not to say that the Ravens didn't do well. It's not to say that they didn't, take a big step in the right direction. But until you truly feel Lamar Jackson, man, he is playing at the highest level. Because if Josh Allen wasn't playing at his highest level, I don't think the Bills are winning anything. I don't believe in them. I mean, we know we're so quarterback-centric in having these conversations. And sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. Depends. But clears throat at the end of the day, it's like, is Caleb Williams good enough to get the Chicago Bears team to the NFC Championship, to the Super Bowl? Is Bo Nix good enough? Is Drake May good enough, right? Those other young and up-and-coming quarterbacks, are they good enough? Is this quarterback holding them back? But when we get to the level of the Mahomeses, of the Josh Allens, of the Lamars, it's very much like, is their team supportive? Because we say, well, Mahomes can do it, and Josh can do it, and Lamar can do it, but when they don't do it, we're like looking at their team. And understandably so in many of the cases, and right now we've seen various quarterbacks have to really put the team on their back. And this is a season where it's like, Lamar, this has been a little bit uneven of a year, offensively and defensively, coaching, etc. We need the best version of you right now. We need the best version of you. And we have been able to get that because of injuries, because of whatever the reason why. And that's what's happening with the Bills. When the Bills don't get the best version of Josh Allen, they don't win. When they get the best version of Josh Allen, they win in an insane fashion. And that's when it kind of really feels like in typical fashion, the Ravens and the Bills feel very similar, just like they had been for these past few years. especially when compared to Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, where like Mahomes is being supported and coached at the best level, whereas the Ravens and the Bills not quite. And now this season it's been a mess, largely kind of for both teams. Bills and the Ravens. And yet Josh Allen has been able to be like, I need to carry this team, but Lamar has not been, again, injuries, etc. And so it's just like they're back when Lamar is truly back. And can he get back this season? I don't know. We don't really know what kind of injuries he's dealing with. And, you know, if anyone's kind of having some sort of lingering injury, seeing what happens to Micah and what happens to Mahomes should scare the death out of you. So it's just hard. It's just hard. It's just a tougher situation right now. Because to me, so much, even if I'm not even going to blame Lamar for why they lost in previous games or whatnot, you still need Lamar to feel like he's right, like he is him. That is Lamar, right? You want to be able to be like, if you're watching football with a new friend, new person, you're like, I got to show you Lamar Jackson. He's amazing. These games that we've seen this season are not it. You, like, well, let me go to last season or 2 seasons ago, then I can really show you how great Lamar is. You got to be able to hit. He's got to be able to play this season where you could be like, let me show you Lamar. This is how amazing this guy is. Until that's the case, you can't say they're back. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Baltimore Ravens? Lamar Jackson? Do you think they are officially back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.